Mercedes-Benz G Klasse W463 first generation, 1990 to 2018. For 1990, W460 was extensively revised, and a new chassis number, W463, was assigned. W463 moved G-Class from the Spartan and utilitarian purpose to the luxury model on par of Mercedes-Benz S-Class and luxurious Range Rover. Thus, no three-door panel vents in short and long wheelbase lengths as well as barn doors in the rear were offered for W463, those features are exclusive to W461. The W461 continued in production as military and utilitarian vehicles for the government agencies and non-government organizations. The exterior was revised as to smoothen out the front end. The front fenders, wings are vertically flattened out at the front underneath headlamps. The fender flares and front end, cooling grille and headlamp bezels, are painted in body color. The headlamps have square and slightly recessed bezels. The cooling grille is narrower as to give space for front number plate attached to the top of bumper. The front bumpers are form-fitted and have integrated fog lamps while the rear bumpers have the integrated red rear fog lamp and white reverse lamp. The fuel filler is now covered by panel. The side running boards are made a standard fitment. The external rear view mirrors have new housing that pivots on anchors attached to the front doors. New revised taillamps without white reverse lamps were fitted in the rear. The interior was significantly updated with wood trim and leather upholstery for the first time. The center console is smoothened out and better integrated with dashboard. The lower part of dashboard is covered in rubber pads for better knee protection in an event of the frontal collision. The electric differential lock switches are placed prominently in the middle of dashboard with other electric switches. The instrument cluster has smoother and more curving housing that meets the dashboard fluidly. The gauges are integrated into one panel rather than a few separate gauges attached to the instrument cluster. Climate control panel was revised to include the temperature and fan speed dials. The door panels are fully trimmed with ruffled leather paneling and soft paddings. The seats are more plush and have several defined cushions along with lumbar support. The new features included ABS and full-time four-wheel drive with electrically locking differentials. The engines were carried over from W460/W461, including 200, 230, and 300 for petrol engines along with 250 GD and 300 GD for diesel engines. In 1994, the Geländewagen was renamed as G-Class when the model names was revised to reflect the new corporate nomenclature. When Mercedes-Benz didn't consider selling the G-Class in the United States for a long time, a small registered importer based in New Mexico, Europa International, Incorporated, began the expensive process of certifying and modifying the G-Class for the U.S. market and started selling them in 1993. When the new G500 was introduced in 1998, Europa International sought and received the small volume manufacturer status, allowing the company to be exclusive importer and distributor of G500 in the United States. The sales success of G500 was attributed to Europa International's clever marketing toward high-end luxury clientele and led Mercedes-Benz to the decision of purchasing the distribution rights and including G-Class in its official U.S. model ranges. The first generation W463 had the widest range of engines ever fitted to Mercedes-Benz vehicles during its entire 28-year model run, from 4 to 12 cylinders, and from naturally aspiration to supercharger, turbo, and twin-turbo. Toward the end of first-generation model run, W463 had the highest number of paint color options at 22, including the bright and intense colors as part of Crazy Color Edition.